I'm okay. I'm okay. I cannot be offended. You know that I'm fine. You are aware that health is always wealth. I am fighting all of the low vibration individuals who are attempting to prevent the situation from getting any worse. But my family, in fact my entire family, is rising to the occasion. If you will, we are completing everything. And I hope to clarify a few things today with you in my new town. New York City is where I was born and raised. Brooklyn, raised there. An instance of renting, there was more of a buying situation. The scenario was supposed to involve buying something. In addition, our current state of conflict and the people who advised her make it appear as though someone was attempting to take advantage of her. But she finally wins when it comes to my son. Wendy Williams, a former radio host and talk show host, will no longer have to pay alimony to her cheating ex-husband, Kevin Hunter. A New Jersey judge denied Hunter's request for the former talk show host to continue receiving her $250,000 monthly payments, according to documents obtained exclusively by the U.S. Sun. Hunter's claim was based on his failure to manage his tie bill payments after his alimony payments stopped. Hunter claims that the host's health issues were the reason the inspections were stopped in February 2022. But how will the notorious serial cheater deal with his settled baby mama next door now that the judge has made his decision? Let's investigate this further. Kevin Hunter, Wendy Williams' ex-husband, is requesting that the court order Williams' guardian to resume receiving alimony after claiming that he is unable to pay his bills. See, he's having trouble. He claims he faces court foreclosure after being placed in financial guardianship earlier this year. In his court filings, Kevin stated that I have fallen behind on most of my bills. I'm behind on a homeowners association bill because my neighborhood requires payments. If the homeowners association dues are not paid prior to foreclosure, we will follow up shortly. To the letter. That was nearly accurate. To qualify as one, Kevin Hunter must have humiliated and degraded men. The former Wendy Williams show producer has been muttering about how broke he is and how he can't live anywhere without Wendy's support. Wendy he left behind when she was eating meat, the same Wendy. But the reward is always small, isn't it? Most of my bills are behind schedule. According to his file, I am in default on that bill, and I currently reside in a community that requires payments to homeowners associations. The 50-year-old asserts that not only is he behind on his credit card and auto insurance payments, but that his ex-wife's stopped payments have had a significant impact on his life. It is extremely obvious to me that I am unable to sustain my life and pay my bills in a timely manner, he laments. When he decided to reject Hunter's crisis, the judge seemed to have a different perspective. A large number of Hunter's supporters, who were cheering for Wendy's victory, advised him to look for work rather than relying on his ex's income. In front of the entire world, you wronged this woman. She had serious health issues after announcing the divorce. Says go find a job. It suggests something that isn't Wendy's problem. Work with hashtags. Despite the fact that this verdict clears Wendy's financial account, Hunter may still take his case to mediation, where a mediator will be instructed to accelerate a fair settlement. The judge ordered Wendy and Hunter to take part in binding arbitration, also known as conflict resolution. In 2019, her 21-year-old son Wendy, according to the United States, filed for divorce amid allegations of adultery and cruelty. Later claims claim that Hunter had a child outside of his marriage to Wendy with his alleged long-term mistress, Sharina Hudson. Money is being swindled by this primitive Barbie. You are aware that the 58-year-old actress explained why she refused to discuss her divorce during a Hot Topic segment on her critically acclaimed daytime talk show, The Wendy Williams Show. She is in the passenger seat of my Rolls-Royce Ferrari. At the time, she told the audience, "There are things in everyone's lives that they are not ready to share with the rest of the world." The only child of Wendy and Hunter, Kevin Hunter Jr., is 22 years old. According to the Sun, the judge denied Hunter's request for alimony without prejudice because he determined that it was not urgent. Additionally, the judge decided that Hunter's legal fees would not be paid by Wendy. Having said that, even though the crisis is over, our guy is still having financial difficulties. Talk about jumping from the frying pan into the fire. Hunter filed this lawsuit in November. According to the petition, Wendy's Wells Fargo account was frozen in February 2022 amid suspicions of dementia, improper influence, or financial exploitation. In February 2022, the payments were abruptly stopped. Roomies, while our sister Wendy Williams works toward healing, it appears that her friends and family may still be affected by some issues. The only thing we know about that is that it was recently reported that her 22-year-old son had been kicked out of his $2 million Miami apartment for not paying $70,000 in rent. Wendy's frozen bank account appears to have affected more people than just her ex-husband. Kevin Hunter Jr., Wendy's son, was reportedly evicted from his luxury apartment and sued for $70,000 in unpaid rent during the same bank free. The 22-year-old claims that when he received the official eviction summons in August of last year, Hunter Jr. signed the lease on her behalf at her request and responded that his mother had paid a full year's rent up front, beginning in March 2021. After that, Hunter talked about how, as the lease was about to expire, his mother's health issues made it hard for him to pay rent. He stated that the court was in charge of my mother's finances due to her health issues. All of this happened suddenly, and she stopped assisting me financially, including with my housing. Wendy alleged in a February 2022 letter to the court that her bank, Wells Fargo, had prevented her from accessing any of her financial accounts, assets, or statements in any way, whether online or otherwise. Wendy's former financial advisor, Lori Schiller, advised her that the radio star was unsound, according to her pleas. According to the bank's submissions to the court, the funds have been halted because Williams has strong evidence that Wells Fargo has manipulated him financially and emotionally. It did not specify who was manipulating or improperly influencing Wendy. However, it would appear that they saved her from gold prospector Hunter Sr.